answers is this problem going to have? Anybody can tell?
3.
It's going to have 3 answers. Your biggest exponent's at 3. That shows you how many answers you got to find. All right, so we're going to do this about synthetic division. If they give us x plus 5 equals 0, and I move that over, what's it going to give me? Negative 5. So everybody's got to put a negative 5 in the box. All right, after that, you got to bring down each number in front of your exponents or in front of your x's in your problem. So I got to bring down 1, 9, 23, and 15. All right, does this look familiar?
No.
Good. Half of you said yeah. Kelly said no. All right, this is the best way to do this. It's a lot better than doing long division, I promise you. All right, so does anybody remember how to start? You take the first number in the problem bar and you bring it straight down underneath the line. That's how you start. All right, so y'all help me. What's negative 5 times 1 give you? Negative 5. Add them up, what do you get? 4. All right, that's how you do it. That's how you work through the whole problem.
Oh, I remember.
Do I need to show that again?
4 times negative 5 now?
Yeah.
So now, negative 5 times 4 is negative 20.
Yep.
Add them up. Get 3.
Yep.
All right. Negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. If this last column does not cancel out, you have done something wrong. It will always cancel out. On the ones I'm going to give you, it's always going to cancel out. So, here's the deal. Here's how we finish it. First of all, if it does cancel out, it means my first answer is negative 5. I got to find 3 answers, right? That's how I find my first one. To find the other answers, 1x squared plus 4x plus 3 equals 0. Now, how did I know that's x squared and not x to the 3rd or x to the 4th or x to the 5th? You guys remember? How do we know that starts with x squared? Because whatever exponent the problem starts with, and ours started with, x to the 3rd, right? Once you go through synthetic division one time, that exponent goes down by 1. So this is now an x squared. We'll have some in a minute that are going to be x to the 4th. So if you go through synthetic division one time, it's down to an x to the 3rd. All right, so last step, you find your remaining answers by factoring this out. Somebody look at that real quick and factor that for me. And hey, if you guys want to do synthetic division, quadratic formula, because some of y'all like quadratic formula. If y'all would rather do quadratic formula instead of factor, I don't care how you do these. 3's got to be 3 times 1. All right, our sign's going to be the same or different? Same. So, x plus 3 equals 0. This answer is negative 3. That answer is negative 1. So, we found our 3 answers. 1, 2, 3. Circle all 3 when you get them done. So y'all did this last year? Anybody got a question on number 1? I'm gonna do several with you. All right, let's skip number 2. Now let's go ahead and do number 2. All right, what goes in the box? Somebody help me. Positive 3. Got to bring down your numbers. So I got 1, negative 1, negative 14, and 24. All right, that's how you set it up. Kayla, we good? All right, looking back at the last problem. Go ahead, Sean. You just going to be in the hallway?
Yeah.
I'm going to leave out. You don't need that. Just grab one of these, Levi. You hold your blue there. I got it. All right, so how do we start this problem, guys? Good. You always bring down the first number. Bring down the 1. All right, what do I do after that? 3 times 1 is 3. Add them up, you get 2. Okay. 3 times 2 is 6. Add them up, you get -8. 3 times -8 is -24. Everything cancels out on the last column, which is good. What does that mean? It means my first answer is x equals 3. All right, so now we got to bring down these 3 numbers and put them in an equation. So I got 1x squared plus 2x minus 8 equals 0. I'm going to stop and give y'all a few seconds to factor that out and find your remaining answers. This is on our sheet from last week. Show you what it looks like. I know you got one.
Yeah, look at that house.
Thought you was leaving your work in here. Shelf or something. So you guys can factor it out from here or either do quadratic formula, either one, to find the remaining 2 answers. Problems like number 3 last year. Everybody good on number 2? All right, number 3. Well, I'll write the whole thing down this time. Levi needs to see one. F of x equals x4 plus 4x3 minus 7x squared minus 34x minus 24. All right, Levi, we're doing synthetic division. We got to find all 4 answers this time. When it gives you x minus 3 at the end of the problem, if you set that equal to 0 and move minus 3 over, that means positive 3 is going to go in the box. You did this last year. I'm going to bring down 1, 4, -7, -34, and -24. All right, I'm going to give you. All right, so Levi, the way you start this, you bring the first number down. All right, 3 times 1 is 3. Now add them up. 4 plus 3 is 7. All right, and then you do it again. 3 times 7 is 21. Add them up. I got 14. Numbers getting kind of big. Is that what y'all got? 3 times 14. I don't know. What's 3 times 14? 42. Add them up. Get 8. 3 times 8 is 24. All right, Levi, this last column has got to cancel out. If not, you've done it wrong. All right, so that means our first answer is x equals 3 because it worked. It was a factor. Now, we got a problem. Look at our last problem. We did synthetic division one time. We got it down to x squared. We got it down to 3 numbers. All right, so we can factor it out. What about this one? It's got 4 numbers, which means if that was an x4, this is only 1x to the 3rd plus 7x squared plus 14x plus 8. So guys, we got to do synthetic division one more time. Draw you another box and we got to go through it one more time to get it down to x squared so we can factor it out. Now I was sure that y'all did problems last year like 1 and 2. Did y'all do some of these last year? No. Okay. All right, so here's the question. How do I know what number I put in the box? I'm going to show you. Look at your last number in the problem. It's 8. Okay? So I got 1 times 8 or 2 times 4. Everybody agree? Mm-hmm. Always start with 1. Start with the lowest number and work your way up. There is no way to figure it out by looking at it. You just got to guess and check. All right, so we're going to plug in 1 first and see if it works. Why don't y'all just watch me so y'all don't erase a bunch. 1 times 1 is 1. Add them up, you get 8. This ain't going to work. All right, that does not work. So if it doesn't work, what's the next step? Try -1 instead. All right, let's try -1. And normally 1 or -1 works. Now what if this one doesn't work? Okay, then I would go up to the next number, which is 2, and I would try +2 and -2. This is probably going to work. Got 6. I got 8. All right, it worked. Negative 8. I'll let y'all write that down before I go any further. Caleb. You don't. You just got to guess. Always try the positive one first, Caleb. We tried it. It didn't work. Like right here? Or like right here? Okay. If it's x minus 3 equals 0, Caleb, and you move it over, it's going to make it a positive 3. So basically, you're going to flip the sign. All right, so we got x squared plus 6x plus 8. And now y'all have to factor that out to find the remaining answers. All right, go. It's over for a second. I got to film it. So this time we got 5x plus 1 that we have to decide what goes into the box. So this is a different problem. Anybody want to guess how we figure that out? All right, when we set this equal to 0, and I move plus 1 over, what's it become? So I got negative 1 over 5. That goes in your box this time. Negative 1 over 5. All right, did y'all do anything like this last year? Maybe? Now here's a trick. Everybody watching? What are they dividing by in the box? That's negative 1 divided by 5, right? Mm-hmm. So they're dividing by 5 in the box. So before you bring your numbers down, you have to divide them by 5 too. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 37 divided by 5, if it won't divide evenly, just write it 37 over 5. So I got another 37 over 5. 6 divided by 5 is just 6 over 5. I'm going to erase this right here. It's kind of in my way. All right, anybody got a question so far? All right, now, you're going to do it just like you've been doing it from here. And to add the fractions up, you'll just use your calculator. So how do we start it? I bring down 2. I'm going to let y'all write that down. I'll slow down and go step by step with you. All right, here we go. Watch. When I times these two together, watch, Var. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2 over 5. All you got to do is times the top number. You don't have to times the bottom. Everybody see that? Now, y'all got to add these up on your calculator unless y'all can do it in your head. So I'm going to grab a calculator, and everybody add it up with me. Hit your fraction button first. We got 37 over 5 plus negative 2 over 5. Somebody tell me what the calculator gives you. Gave me 7. Everybody good? Caleb, you got that? All right, now watch. When you times them again, you only times the 7 by the top number, so that's going to be negative 7 over 5. Right? Now when you add them up again, just plug it in your calculator. Don't try to do it in your head. 37 over 5 plus negative 7 over 5. What y'all got? Got 6. What's 6 times negative 1? Gives you negative 6 over 5. Do these cancel out? Yep. Now guys, I'll promise you this. You may have fractions up in this part. I will never give you one where you got fractions in this part. I could, but I'm not. There's no sense in that. So all of ours, if you don't get integers down here, whole numbers, I don't want fractions. If you get a fraction down here, you've done something wrong. All right, final problem. 2x squared plus 7x plus 6. All right, I'm going to give y'all a minute to either factor or do quadratic formula. Remember, at this part on the test, I don't care which way you do it.